Hello guys and welcome back. Now, as you can see, I'm stood in a little stream, which can only mean one thing. The river's season is obviously closed, so I must be after brown trout, and that's exactly what we're after today, some wild brownies. Now, right now I am in the countryside, but we will work our way to a more urban location where there are some giants, and I've caught them to just under £6. But for now, start of the season, I'm just going to play the numbers game. I've got some new baits with me. I've got the BFS set up. So much fun on the BFS. And fingers crossed, we'll just get a few to the bank to start off with. I'm going to go through my baits with you now. I've got some brand spanking new ones, and I think they're going to be absolute trout slayers. So before I get jumping in and catching a bunch of trout, I'm going to have to set up my rod. So I'm fishing with a BFS setup. You've seen it a few times now. Only 1 to 8 gram, only about 6 foot, so it's perfect for fishing these little intimate streams. And baits wise, I've actually got a brand new baits with me today. Last year, my friend Sean sent me a message and he said, I've got some really cool baits that have just come into the shop. Would you like to try them out? Because I think they look really, really cool and really good for trout. And it's these things. They're called power tails. And instead of having like a lip on the front like a crankbait or a paddle tail like a paddle tail swim bait on a soft plastic, it's actually got this hard paddle on the back. So instead of having the front action of like a crankbait, it's actually the back end which wiggles, and it has a really high intensity vibration. And I knew straight away, the moment he sent these over, this is exactly what I wanted to use them for: trout fishing, small stream trout. They love really small, really aggressive action baits, loads of vibration. I've got them in loads of different sizes. I think 3 or 4 different sizes, and 3 or 4 different weight limits as well. So the lighter ones I can cast into the shallow areas, the heavier ones I can use in the more urban areas to get down to the deep holes. And hopefully I'm going to catch a bunch of fish today. I'm speaking really, really fast because I can't wait to get in. I'm just going to get cracked on. I'm going to tie this one on, and hopefully we'll get a few fish to the bank today. Oh, that's a good hit. I thought it was going to be a big trout then, but it's not. Not a bad one. Ah. Beautiful little brownie. Only a baba. There we go, that's a trout. That's not a very big one. Proper aggressive little scrapper though. Oh, good job it came off then. Single hooks, you see, they'll just fall off. Oh, there we go. Didn't realise that was a fish that had taken it then. Such a gentle take for a trout. Come on, give us some acrobatics. It's woken up now. Feels so good on the BFS. That is absolutely beautiful. Get that lure out of your scissors. Look at that, absolutely stunning brown trout. There you go, big guy, see you later. Now, as you can see, I've actually jumped out the river right now, and that's because I kept seeing trout jumping upstream of me. They were literally flying out of the water, you know, 1 foot, 2 foot sometimes, chasing little flies and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to creep along the banking. You can see the river's just down here now. I'm going to see if I can get some close-up shots with a big camera. I think that'd be really, really cool to see. Hopefully I don't spook them off. One of the great things about these baits is they're like bullets to cast. They're completely solid. So when you cast them, they absolutely fly. And I've got a beautiful stretch here where it's dead straight. We've only got a few overhanging trees, but I can make a cast probably about 30-40 yards down there easily. And trout love having a bit of distance between you and them when you're trying to catch them, because they can spook really, really easily. It's just, especially if you're stood in the river and you're sloshing around a lot. So I'm going to make a few really, really long casts going right the way up here. You never know, maybe we'll be able to pick one up. Oh, what a take. Keep flying out from the margin. Take you underneath these snags. Even when they're small, the loads are fun on the BFS, I can tell you now. Absolutely crushed it, look at that. Absolutely nailed it, another beautiful yellow one. Whoa, right at my feet, that's a good size one. Oh my God. I watched it chase it all the way in. I let it drop to the bottom and twitched it, and it literally picked it up off the bottom. That's a decent sized brownie, and he's absolutely gorgeous as well. That could be the biggest one of the session, I think. And by far the best looking one. Look at the colours on that. Look at the spots. He's hitting them spots, hasn't he? Absolutely stunning. Taking on that new fish bait, look at that, absolutely nailed it once again. Single hook right in the scissor. The trout fishing out in the countryside was on fire. It felt like everywhere I went and everywhere I cast, there was trout coming out to hit the bait, and I was catching them all over the place. But now it was time to start looking towards catching a bigger specimen, and that meant moving towards an urban location, moving to the city, fishing underneath the buildings in the hope of catching that one big fish to try and end the session. Oh, right in front of me, right at my feet, look at that. Right at my feet. Whoa, you know what, that's one thing I really do love about brownies, just how acrobatic they are. I'm not going to take a close look at this one, we'll just get him unhooked and tucked him back straight away because we've only just started fishing in the urban location. And although that is a very, very nice brownie, I know we can get bigger. What a stunning fish from this urban area. My God, really quick release on that one. We're only really going to take close looks at, you know, those really good fish. You're better off doing longer casts rather than shorter casts when you're going for the trout, because they'll not always want to, they'll not always commit if you cast too close to yourself and you spook them. At least if you get some distance on your cast, some distance between you and your lure, it gives the fish more chance to make that decision to come and take it. Oh, there we go. Oh, we missed it. Maybe I should tighten that drag up a little bit. Just come back, it's in front of me. Got it right in front of me. Oh my God, that is so freaking cool. That is so cool. Chased it right to my feet. That is so cool. That one has no colour to it. It's like a sea trout. Although I'm pretty sure it's just a washed out brownie. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. This bait is getting absolutely demolished. Look at that. Really, really washed out silvery brownie. Nice and easy to unhook. Once again, not going to take a close look in this urban area. I know there's some big ones, he just wanted to go. I'm going to try and release them as quickly as possible today. Although they was a good sized trout, and for most places they are, but I know for this urban location, trout of that size are great, but I know that there's a chance of fish up to £6. Obviously I've caught one before that was an ounce under £6, so we're just going to release those ones quite quickly and just try and find that big one around here. Oh, there's a big trout. It just swipes it, I think it missed. There's a big trout up there, just attacked it. Oh, fish on! Literally cast underneath that building there, and a trout's come out from underneath it and taken it, and it's not a bad size one really either. That's cool. Look at that. Absolutely crushed that bait. Casting underneath a building in the river. How awesome is that? Well, it doesn't get much more urban than this, does it? Catching a trout from underneath a building. This isn't just a bridge, this is actually a place where someone lives, an apartment, maybe even a shop, I'm not really sure what it is. And yet this beautiful trout was just lying in wait right underneath it, waiting for something to come out. Or indeed waiting for something to drop out one of these windows. People are probably chucking bread and all sorts in out there. And these little trout are sat down there waiting. What an awesome catch from, well, not a very scenic location. Well guys, I've just managed to catch what I think is probably the last fish of the session. I've caught what seems like loads. I've probably caught about 10 plus brownies today. This bait has been absolutely demolished, absolutely demolished. The bigger size has probably got me the most takes, and the very last trout I caught was actually underneath this road, and then it was underneath that house or shop or whatever it is down there. Absolutely wicked and really interesting place to catch big brownies. Unfortunately I didn't get any giants today, although those two that I caught at the beginning of the urban part of this video were decent size, and I probably should have got a close-up of those. They were definitely over a pound anyway. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to check out these baits that I've used, I'll probably pin a comment or leave them down in the description below. Really cool, really unique action, and the trout have absolutely demolished them left, right and centre all over the place, which is really wicked. And hopefully I'll get some more big trout on these later on in the season when the bigger ones start showing up a bit more anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Like the video if you've liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch you guys later.